Good morning. Hello there. One more video here, and we're going to be reading William Shakespeare Hamlet from the collection Classics Illustrated. This is the fifth book of this collection. This is the first time that I'm going to read this book, 50 pages. So this is the front cover. Adapted by Stephen Grant and Con Mandrake. It's also the second story that I'm gonna get to know about William Shakespeare because I just know Romeo and Juliet. So now we're gonna get to know Hamlet. Don't forget to leave the like button, to subscribe, and to leave a comment down below. Okay, here we have a small review. The basic story of Hamlet, the vengeance-seeking prince of Denmark, predated William Shakespeare plays by at least 400 years. Shakespeare apparently based his romantic tragedy on a version of the Scandinavian legend that appeared in Histoire tragique, 1576, by François de Belforêt, who in turn seems to have relied on Saxo Grammaticus' Historia Danica, 1200s. Shakespeare may have also drawn for Your Hamlet, 1580s, a play, possibly by the popular playwright Thomas Kyd, that has not survived. It is impossible to determine exactly when Shakespeare completed Hamlet and when it was performed, but written accounts indicate that the first staging took place before 1602. By the time Hamlet was staged by Shakespeare's company, the Lord Chamberlain's Men, he had already written more than 20 highly successful plays, like his other work for the theatre. Hamlet was written with an eye toward the Globe Theatre's box office. Shakespeare's goal was full houses, not critical success. It is testimony to his genius that Shakespeare achieved both. Hamlet was a success from its first opening day, continuing to thrill audience and readers throughout the years, and is considered by many scholars to be the greatest work of the world's premier playwright, a poetic, compelling tale of revenge. Hamlet also is an insightful examination of the complexity of grief and of the ageless battle between duty and morality. Several versions of Hamlet exist. This adaptation is based on what is generally regarded as the definitive version, a combination of texts that were published in 1604 and 1623. Okay. Ancient Denmark. Who's there? Hola, Bernardo. Welcome, good Marcellus. What is Horatio there? What? Is Horatio there? A piece of him. What? Has this thing appeared again tonight? I have seen nothing. Horatio says, "'Tis but our fantasy, and will not let belief take hold of him touching this dreaded sight, twice seen of us. Therefore, I have entreated him along with us to watch the minutes of this night, that, if again this apparition come, he may approve our eyes and speak to it. Tush, tush, it will not appear. Sit thou a while, and let us once again assay your ears, that are so fortified against our story, what we 2 nights have seen. Last night of all when yon same star, that's westward from the pole had made his course, to illume that part of heaven, where now it burns, Marcellus and myself, the belled and beating one. Peace, break thee off, look where it comes again, in the same figure, like the king that's dead. Thou art a scholar, speak to it, Oration. It harrows me with fear and wonder. It would be spoke to. Question it, Oration. What art thou that usurps this time of night, together with that fair and warlike, in which the majesty of buried Denmark did sometimes march. By heaven, I charge thee speak. It is offended. Stay, speak, speak, I charge thee speak. See, it stalks away. 'Tis gone and will not answer. How now, Horatio? Is not this something more than fantasy? Before my God, I might not believe without the sensible and true avouch of my own eyes. Is it not like the king? As thou art thou thyself. Such was the armour he had on when he the ambitious Norway combated. So frowned he once when, in an angry battle, he smote the slatted poleaxe of the ice. 'Tis strange. In the growth and scope of my opinion, this bodes some strange eruption to our state. But soft, behold! Lo, where it comes again! I'll cross it, though it blast me. Stay, illusion, if thou hast any sound, or use of voice, speak to me. If there be any good thing to be done that may to thee do ease and grace to me, speak to me. If thou art privy to thy country's fate, which happily foreknowing may avoid thou speak. Or if thou hast abhorred in thy life extorted treasure in the womb of earth, for which they say you spirits oft walk in death. Speak of it, stay and speak, stop it, Marcellus. Shall I strike it at it with my partisan? Poof! If you do not stand, 'tis gone. We do it wrong, being so majestical to offer in the show of violence. For it is as the air, invulnerable, and our vein blows malicious mockery. It was about to speak, and then it started like a guilty thing upon fearful summons. Break we up our watch. Let us impart what we have seen here tonight to young Hamlet. For, upon my life, this spirit dumb to us will speak to him. Do you consent we shall acquaint him with it, as needful in our loves, fitting our duty? Let's do it, I pray, and I this morning know where we shall find him most conveniently. Though yet of our dear brother's death the memory be green, yet so far hath discretion fought with nature, that we with wisest sorrow think on him together with remembrance of ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we taken to wife. Now follows that you know young Fortinbras, holding or thinking by our late brother's death our state to be disjointed and out of frame, colleagued with this ring of his advantage. He had not failed to pester us with message importing the surrender of those lands lost by his father with all bands of law to our most valiant brother. So much for him. And now, Laertes, what's the news with you? You told us of some suit. What's this, Laertes? You cannot speak of reason to the Dane and lose your voice. What wouldest thou beg, Laertes? That shall not be my offer, nor thy asking. The head is not more native to the heart, the hand more instrumental to the mouth, than is the throne of Denmark to thy father. That wouldest thou have, Laertes. My dread lord, your leave and favour to return to France, from whence though willingly I came to Denmark, to show my duty in your coronation. Yet now I must confess, that duty done, my thoughts and wishes bend again toward France, and bow them to your gracious leave and pardon. Have you your father's leave? What says Polonius? He hath, my lord, wrung from my wrung from me my slow leave, and at last upon his will I sealed my hard consent. I do beseech you give him leave to go. Take thy fair hour, Laertes. Time be thine, and the best grace spend it thy will. But now, my cousin Hamlet, and my son. A little more than king, and less than kind. How is it that the clouds still hang on you? Not so, my lord. I am too much. I the sun. Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted colour off, and let thine eye look like a friend of Denmark on Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lids seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common, all that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity. Ay, madam, it is common. If it be, why seems it so particular with thee? Seems, madam? Nay, it is. I now not seems. 'Tis not alone my ink-cloak, good mother, nor customary sweets of solemn black, nor winged suspiration, or forced breath, no, nor the fruitful river of the eye, nor the dejected behaviour of the visage, together with all forms, moods, shapes of grief, that can detonate me truly. These indeed seem, for they are actions that a man might play. But I have that within which passeth show, these but the trappings and the sweets of woe. 'Tis sweet and commendable in your nature, Hamlet, to give these mourning duties to your father, but not persevere. An obstinate condolement is a course of impious stubbornness, 'tis unmanly grief. We pray you throw to earth this unprevailing woe. And think of us as a father, for let the world take note you are the most immediate to our throne, for our intent in going back to school in Wittenberg, it is most retrograde to our desire. And we beseech you, bend you to remain, here in the cheer and comfort of our eye, our chiefest courtier, cousin, and our son. Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee, stay with us. Go not to Wittenberg. I shall in all my best obey you, madame. Why, 'tis a love and fair reply, be as ourselves in Denmark. Madame, come, this gentle and unforced accord of Hamlet sits smiling to my heart. Come away. Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt, dull and resolve itself into dew. How weary, stable, flat, and unprofitable seems to me all the uses of this world. Fie on't, fie. Or that the everlasting has not fixed his canon 'gainst self, slaughter, O God, God. 'Tis an weeded garden that grows to seed, things rank and gross in nature possesses merrily. That it should come to this, the 2 months that, nay, not so much, not to, so excellent a king that was to this Hyperion to a satyr, so loving to my mother. Must I remember? Let me not think on't. Frailty, thy name is woman. Why she married? With my uncle, my father's brother, but not more like my father than I to Hercules. Oh, most wicked speed to post with such dexterity to incestuous sheets. It is not, nor can it come to good, but break my heart, or I must hold my tongue. Hail to your lordship, Horatio, or do I forget myself? The same, my lord, and your poor servant forever. Sir, my good friend, I'll change the name with you. And what make you from Wittenberg? Horatio. My lord, I came to see your father's funeral. I prithee, do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding. Indeed, my lord, I followed hard upon. Thrived, Horatio. The funeral baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage tables. Would I had met my dearest foe in heaven or ever I had seen that, Horatio. My father, methinks I see my father. Oh, where, my lord? In my mind's eye, Horatio. He was a man, take him all in all. I shall not look upon his like again. My lord, I think I saw him yesterday. Who? Saw who? My lord, the king, your father. The king, my father? But where was this? My lord, upon the platform where we watched. Did not speak to it? My lord, I did, but answers made it none. 'Tis very strange. As I do live, my honoured lord, 'tis true, and we did think it read down in our duty to let you know of it. Indeed, sirs, but this troubles me. I will watch it tonight, perchance to walk again. If it assumes my noble father's person, I'll speak to it, though hell itself should gape and bid me hold my peace. I warrant it will. So far, thee well. Upon the platform, twixt 11 and 12, I'll visit you. Our duty to your honour. Your loves, as mine to you farewell. My father's spirit, in arms, all is not well. I doubt some foul play would the night come. Till then, sit still my soul. Full deeds will rise, though all the earth o'erwhelm them to men's eyes. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow as night the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell, my blessing season these in thee. Farewell. What isn't Ophelia? He hath said to you? So please you, something touching the Lord Hamlet. 'Tis told me he hath very oft of late given private time to you. What is between you? Give me the truth. My lord, he hath importunated me with love in an honourable fashion. From this time, be somewhat scanter of your maiden presence. Set your entreatments at a higher rate than I command to parley. For Lord Hamlet believes so much in him that he is young, and with a larger theatre may he walk than may be given to you. I would not, in plain terms, from this time forth have you slander any moment leisure. Ask to give words or talk with the Lord Hamlet. Look, truth, I charge you, come your ways. I shall obey, my lord. The air bites shrewdly. It is very cold. It is a nipping and an eager air. What hour now? I think the legs of 12. No, it has struck. Indeed, I hear it not. It then draws near the season wherein the spirit held his wont to talk. Look, my lord, it comes. Angels and ministers of grace defend us. Thou comest in such a question, able shape that I will speak to thee. King, father, royal Dane, oh, answer me. What may this mean that thou, that course again complete still revisest thus the glimpses of the moon, making night hideous, and we fools of nature, so heartily to shake our disposition? With thoughts beyond the reach of our souls, say, why is this? It will not speak, then I will follow it. Do not, my lord. Why? What should be the fear? I do not set my life at a pin's fee, and for my soul, what can it do to that, being a thing as immortal as itself? I'll follow it. Hold off your hands. He walks as desperate with imagination. Something is rotting in the state of Denmark. Heaven will direct it. Nay, let's follow him. Whither Wilt thou lead me? Speak, I will go no further. My hour is almost come, when I to sulphureous and tormenting flames must render myself. Alas, poor ghost, heed me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I should unfold. Speak, I am bound to hear. So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear. What? I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain time to walk the night, and for the day confined to fasten fires, till the foul crimes done in my pace of nature are burnt and purged away. But this eternal blazon must not be ears our flesh and blood. List, O list, if thou didst ever thy dear father love, revenge his foul and most unnatural murder. Murder? Murder most foul, as in the best cities, but this most foul, strange and unnatural. A serpent stung me, so the whole year of Denmark is by a forged process of my death frankly abused. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown. Oh, my prophetic soul, my uncle! That incestuous, that adulterous beast, with witchcraft of his wit, with treacherous gifts, born to his shameful lust, the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Thus was I, by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched. Oh, horrible! Oh, horrible, most horrible! If thou hast nature in thee, fear not. My lord, no, here. Oh, most pernicious woman! Oh, violent, violent, smiling, damned violent! So, uncle, there you are. Now to my word it is adieu, adieu. Remember me, I have sworn. My lord, my lord. Never make known that what you have seen here tonight. My lord will not, nay, but swear't. Swear. Oh, day and night, but this is wondrous strange. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Here, as before never, so help you mercy, how strange and odd soever I bear myself, that you at such times seeing me, never shall know that you know aught of me. This not to do, so grace and mercy, at your most need help. Swear, swear. Rest, rest, perturbed spirit. So, gentlemen, with all my love I do commend me to you, and what so poor a man as Hamlet is may do to express his love and his friend into you, God willing shall not lack. Let us go together and steal your fingers on your lips, I pray. The time is out of joint, O cursed spite that ever was born to set it right. Nay, come, let's go together. How now, Ophelia, what's the matter? Oh, my lord, I have been so affrighted. With what? I, the name of God. My lord, as I was seeing in my closet Lord Hamlet with his doubted and unbraced, no hat on his head, his stocking folded, and with a look so piteous and purport, as if he had been loosed out of hell to speak of horrors, he comes before me. Mad for thy love? My lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it. He took me by the wrist and held my heart. Long stayed he so. At last he raised a sigh so piteous and profound, as it did seem to shatter all his bulk and his being. That done, he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulders turned, he seemed to find his way without his eyes, for out of doors he went without their help, and to the last bent their light on me. What, have you given him any hard words of late? No, my good lord, but as you did command, I did repel his letters, and denied his access to me. That hath made him mad. Come, go we to the king. This must be known, which, being kept close, might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love. Come. My liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, night is night, and time is time, were nothing but to waste night and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit and tediousness, the limbs and outward flourishes, I shall be brief. Your noble son is mad, mad call I it. For to define true madness, what isn't but not what isn't, what is, but to be nothing else but mad. But let that go. More matter with less art. Madam, I swear, I use no art at all. That he's mad, 'tis true, 'tis true, 'tis pity, and pity, 'tis true. And now remains what we find out the cause of his effect, or rather say, the cause of this defect. Perpend, I have a daughter, have while she is mine, who in her duty and obedience mark have given me this. The celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia, that's an ill phrase, a vile phrase, beautified in a vile phrase, in her excellent white bosom. Came this from Hamlet to her? But how hath she received his love? What do you think of me? As of a man faithful and honourable, I would fain prove so. But what might you think, had I seen this hot love on the wing, and looked upon it with idle sight? No, I went round to work in my young mistress. Thus did I bespeak Lord Hamlet as a prince, out of thy star, this must not be. And he reposed a short tale to make fell into sadness, into this madness, wherein he now raves, and now he mourn for. Do you think this? It may be very like. Have there been such a time I would fain known that I have positively said, 'tis so when it proved otherwise. Not that I know, but look where sadly the poor wretches comes reading. Away, I do beseech you both away. How does my good Lord Hamlet? Do you know me, my lord? Excellent. Well, you are a fishmonger. No, not I, my lord. Then I would you were so honest a man. And to be honest, as this word goes, is to be one man picked out of 10,000. That's very true, my lord. For if the sun breed maggots in a dead dog, being a god-kissing carrion. Have you a daughter? I have, my lord. Let her not walk in the sun. Conception is a blessing, but not as your daughter may conceive, friend. Look to it. Still a harping on my daughter. Yet he knew me not at first. He said I was fishmonger. He is far, far gone, and truly in my mouth I suffered much extremity for love, very near this. You go to seek the Lord Hamlet. There he is. My honoured lord, my most dear lord. My excellent good friends, how dost thou, Guildenstern? Ah, Rosencrantz, good lads, how do you both? But in the breadth and way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore? To visit you, my lord, no other occasion. There is a kind of confession in your looks, which your modesties have not craft enough to colour. I know the good king and queen have sent for you. I'll tell you why. So shall my anticipation prevent your discovery, and your secrecy to the king and queen mote not fear. Indeed, it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to be more sterile promontory. I have of late, but wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercise. Light appeareth to me no other thing than a full and pestilent congregation of vapours. What a what a piece of work is man! How noble in reason, how infinite in faculties, in form and moving, how express and admirable, in action how like an angel, in apprehension how like a god, the beauty of the world, the paragon of animals, and yet to me what is this quintessence of dust? Man delights me not. No, nor woman neither. To think, my lord, if you delight not in men, what length entertainment the players shall receive from you. We quoted them on the way, and hither art they're coming to offer your service. What players are they? Even those you were wont to take such delight in, the Trajan's of the city. There are the players. Gentlemen, you are welcome to Elsinore, you are welcome, but my uncle father and aunt mother are deceived. In what way, my dear lord? I am but mad northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw. The actors are come hither, my lord. Buzz, buzz. You are welcome, masters, welcome all. I'm glad to see thee well. Comest thou to bear it, me in Denmark. We'll hear a play tomorrow. Can you play The Murder of Gonzago? Ay, my lord. You should, for need, study a speech of some dozen or 16 lines which I would set down and insert in it. Could you not? Eh, my lord. My good friends, I leave you till night. You are welcome to Elsinore. Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I! I, a Jew and muddy, meddled rascal, pig like a John egg dreams, am pregnant of my cause, and can say nothing. No, not for a king upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward? Who calls me villain? Breaks my pate across plucks of my beard, and blows it in my face. Tweaks me by the nose, gives me the lie-eyed throat as deep as the lungs. This is most brave, that I, the son of a dear father, murder prompt to my revenge by heaven and hell hust, like a whore, unpack my heart with words and foe, a curtain like a very drab scullion, thigh, a pond, a boat, my brain. I have heard that guilty creatures, seen at a play, have by the very cunning of the scene, been struck so to do so that presently they have proclaimed their malefictions. For murder, though it have no tongue, will speak with most miraculous organ. I'll have these players play something like the murder of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks, I'll tend him to the quick. If he but blench, I know my course. This prince that I have seen may be a devil, and the devil have power to assume a pleasant shape. Yep, and perhaps out of my weakness and my melancholy, as he is very potent with such spirits, abuse me to damn me. I'll have grounds more relative than this. The place the thing where I'll catch the conscience of the king, and gather by him as he is behaved, if it be the affliction of his love, or no, that thus life suffers. No, no, it's here first. And can you, by no drift of circumstance, get from him why he puts on this confession, grading so harshly all his days of quiet with turbulent and dangerous lunacy? He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what cause he will by no means speak. We have closely sent for Hamlet hither, that he, as 'twere by accident, may hear our front Ophelia. Her father and myself will so bestow ourselves, that seeing unseen, we may of their encounter frankly judge, and gather by him, as he is behaved, either be the affliction of his love, or no, that thus he suffers. Ophelia, walk you here, weary on this book, that show of such an exercise may colour your loneliness. We are oft to blame in this. 'Tis too much proved, that with devotion's visage and pious action we do sugar o'er devil himself. Oh, 'tis too true. How smart a lash that speech doth give my conscience, O heavy burden! I hear he coming. Let's withdraw, my lord. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take up arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we end the horror ache, and the thousand natural shocks the flesh is hired to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Ay, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled up this mortal coil must give us pause. There's a respect that makes calamity of such long life. For who would bear the weeps and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely? The pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the north takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a barn bodkin. Who would these fardos bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life? But that the dread of something after death, that undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to those we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickled, O ear, with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment with disregard their currents turn awry and lose the name of affection. Soft, you know the fair Ophelia, nymph, in the horizons be all my sins remembered. My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them. No, not I. I never gave you aught. My honored lord, you know right well you did, and with them words of so sweet breath composed as made the things more rich. You should not have believed me, for virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock but we shall relish of it. I loved you not. Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? What should such fellows as I do, crawling between heaven and earth? We are errant knaves all. Believe none of us. Where's our father? At home, my lord. Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell. Get thee to a nunnery. Go, or if thou wilt needs, marry a fool, for wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery, go, and quickly too. Farewell. Love, his affections do not that way tend, nor what he spake, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There is something in his soul, O ear, which his melancholic sits on brood. Set it down. He shall with speed to England for the demand of our neglected tribute. Haply the seas and countries different with variable objects shall expel this something settled matter in his heart, whereon his brain still beating, but him thus from fashion of himself what think you want. It shall do well, but if you hold fit, let his mother all alone entreat him to show his grief. I will be placed, so please you, in the ear of all their conference. If she finds him not, to England send him, or confine him where your wisdom best shall think. It shall be so madness, in great ones must not unwatched go. What? Horatio? Here, sweet lord, at your service. Horatio, Thou art in as just a man as e'er my conversation coped withal. There's a play tonight before the king. One scene of it comes near the circumstance, which I have told thee of my father's death. I pray thee, when thou seest that act afoot, even with the very comment of thy soul observe my ankle. If his occulted guilt do not itself unknew in one speech, it is a damned ghost that we have seen. Mine eyes will revile to his face, and after will both our judgments join censure of his seeming. If he still aught the whilst display is playing, and scape detecting, I will pay the theft. They are coming to the play, I must be idle, get you a place. How fares our cousin Hamlet? Come hither, my dear Hamlet, sit by me. No, good mother, here's metal more attractive. Lady, shall I lie in your lap? No, my lord. I mean, my head upon your lap. Eh, my lord, do you think I meant country matters? I think nothing, my lord. That's a fair thought to lie between maid's legs. Look you how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father die within 2 hours. Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord. So long. Nay, then, let the devil wear black, for I'll have a suite of sables, O heavens. Died 2 months ago, and not forgotten yet. Then there's hope a great man's memory may outlive his life half a year. Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too. My operant powers their functions leave to do. And thou shalt live in this fair world, behind honoured, beloved, and haply, one as kind for husband shalt thou. Oh, confound the rest! Such love must needs be treason in my breast. In second husband let me be accursed. None wed the second but who killed the first. Sweet, leave me here awhile, my spirits grow dull, and fain I would beguile the tedious day with sleep. Sleep rog thy brain, and ever come mischance between us twain. The lady doth protest too much methinks. Madam, how like you display? Oh, but she'll keep her word. This is one Lucenius, nephew of the king. You are as good as a chorus, my lord. Thoughts, black, hands apt, drugs feet, and time agreeing. Confederate season, else no creature sing. Though mixture rank of midnight whites collected, with Hecat's bane, thrice blessed, thrice infected. Thy natural magic and dire property, unwholesome life, usurp immediately. The king rises. What? Frightened with false fire? How fares my lord? Give me some light away. Why let the stricken deer go weep, the heart ungaled play, for some must watch while some must sleep. Thus runs the word away. O good Horatio, I'll take the ghost's word for 1,000 pounds. Didst perceive, upon the talk of the poisoning? I did very well take note. Good, my lord, vouchsafe me a word with you. The queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you. Your behaviour hath struck her into amazement and admiration. She desires to speak with you in her closest closet ere you go to bed. By and by is easily said. Leave me, friends. 'Tis now the very witching time of night, when churchyards yawn, and hell itself breathes out of contagion to this world. Now could I drink hot blood, and do such bitter business as the day would quake to look on? Soft, not to my mother. O heart, lose not thy nature. Let not ever the soul of nerd enter the stream bosom. Let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak daggers to her, but use none. My tongue and soul in this by hypocrites. How in my words somever should be shent, to give them seals, never my soul consent. I like him not, nor stands it safe with us to let his madness rage. Therefore prepare you. I your commissions will forthwith dispatch and he to English along with you. The terms of our state may not endure hazard so near us as doth hurriedly grow out of his lunacies. Arm you, I pray you, to this speedy voyage, for we will fetters put upon this fear, which no goes too free-footed. Of my offence is rank, it smells to heaven, it has the primal curse upon a brother murder. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself with brother's blood? Is there not a rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? But, oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder. That cannot be, since I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder. My crown, my own ambition, my queen, may one be pardoned and retain the offence. Oh, wretched state! Oh, bos bosom black as death! I limed so, that struggling to be free art more engaged. Help, angels, make essay. Bound stubborn knees, and heart with strings of steel, be soft as sinews of the newborn babe. All may be well. My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go. Now, mother, what's the matter? Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended. Mother, you have my father much offended. Have you forgot me? No, by the rood. Not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it were not so, you are my mother. Come, come, and sit down. You shall not budge. You go not till I set you up a glass where you may see the inmost part of you. What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me. Oh me, what hast thou done? Nay, I know not. Is it the king? Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this! A bloody deed almost as bad, good mother, as a king and marry his brother. As kill a king? Ay, lady, 'twas my word. Thou wretched rash, intruding fool, farewell, I took thee for thy better. Take thy fortune, thou findest, to be too busy in someone's danger. Leave wringing of your hands. Peace, sit you down, and let me wring your heart. For so I shall if it be made of penetrable stuff, if then custom have not braced. So that is proof and work against sense. What have I done? That thou darst wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me? Oh, such a deed as from the body of construction plucks the very soul, and sweet religion makes a rhapsody of words. Oh, shame! Where is thy blush, rebellious hell, if thou canst mutiny in a matron's bones? To flaming beauty let virtue be as wax, and melt in her own fire. Proclaim no shame when the compulsive ardour gives the charge, since frost itself as actively doth burn, and reason ponders will. Oh, Hamlet, speak no more, thou turn'st my eyes into my very soul. Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stilled in corruption, hollowing and making love over the nasty sty. These words like daggers enter in my ears no more, sweet Hamlet, are murder and a villain. a murderer, and a villain. A slave that is not 20th part the tithe of your present lord, a vice of kings, a cute purse of the empire, and the rule that, from the shelf of a precious diadem, stole and put it in his pocket, no more. A king of shreds and patches, save me and hover o'er me with your wings, your heavenly guards. What would your gracious figure? Alas, he's mad! Do you not come your tardy son to chide? That lapsed in time and passion, let's go by the important act of your dread command. Do not forget this visitation is but to wed thy almost blunted purpose. But look amazement on thy mother sits. Oh, stab between her and her fighting soul. Conceit in weakest bodies strongest works. Speak to her, Hamlet. How is with you, lady? Alas, how is it with you that you do bend your eye on a vacancy and with the incorporeal air the whole discourse? O gentle sun, upon the heat and flame of thy distemper sprinkle cool patience, whereon do you look? On him, look you how pale he glares. Do you see nothing there? Nothing at all. Yet all that is I see. Why, look you there, look how he steals away, my father in his habits as he lived. Mother, for love of grace, lay not that flattering action to your soul, that not your trespass but madness speaks. Go not to my uncle's bed, I see my virtue if you have it not. I must be cruel, only to be kind, thus bad begins and worse remains behind. I'll look the goods into the neighbor room. Indeed, this counsellor is now most still, most secret, and most grave, who has in life a foolish prattling knave. Come, sir, trudeau toward an end with you. Good night, mother. How dangerous it is that this man goes loose. To bear all smooth, and even the sudden sending him away must seem deliberate pause. Diseases desperate grown by desperate appliance are relieved or not at all. Delayed not, I'll have him hence tonight. Away, pray you make haste. And England, if my love thou hold'st at aught, thou mayst not coldly set our sovereign process, which imparts at full, by letters, congruing to that effect that present death of Hamlet. Do it, England, for like the headache in my blood, he rages and thou must cure me. Till I know 'tis done, however mayhaps my joyings were near begun. Good sir, what powers are these? They are of Norway, sir, against some part of Poland. Who commands them? The nephew to old Norway, Fortinbras. Will't please you go, my lord? I'll be with you straight for a little before. How all these occasions do inform against me and spur my due revenge. Witness this army of such mass and charge led by a delicate and tender prince, whose spirit, with divine ambition, puffed, makes mouths in the visible event. How stand I them, that have I father killed, and mother stained excitements of my reason and my blood, and let all sleep, while to my shame I see the imminent death of 20,000 men, that for a fantasy and trick of fame to go to their graves like bats. Oh, from this time forth my thoughts be bloody, and be nothing worth. Alias, look here, my lord. Larded all with sweet flowers, which be swept till the grave did not go with true love showers. Conceit upon her father, how long have she been thus? I hope all will be well, we must be patient, but I cannot choose but weep to think they would lay him the cold ground. My brother shall know of it, and so I thank you for your good counsel. Good night, ladies, good night, sweet ladies, good night, good night. Oh, this is the poison of deep grief. It also springs from her father's death. Oh, Gertrude, Gertrude, when sorrows come, they come not single spies, but in battalions. Oh, my dear Gertrude, This is like to a murder in peace. In many places give me superfluous death. Where are my Switzers? Let them guard the door. O thou vile king, give me my father. That drop of blood that's calm proclaims me bastard, gives cuckold to my father. Brands, the harlot, even here between the chest, unbesmirched bowels of my true mother. What is the cause, Laertes, that thy rebellion looks like so giant-like? They bore him barefaced on the bier, hey, no, noni, 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 hey, noni, and in his grave reigned many a tear. Dear maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia, O heavens, is it possible a young maid's which should be as mortal as an old man's life? You must sing a down, and you call him made down. Do you see this, O God? Laertes, I commune with your grief, but you deny me right. Be your content to lend your patience to us, and we shall jointly labor with your soul to give it to due content. Let this be so. His means of death, his obscure funeral, no trophy, sword, nor hatchment over his bones. No noble right, no formal ostentation, cry to be heard, as 'twere from heaven to earth. There is a must call lent in question. So you shall, and where the offences let the great axe fall. One woe doth tread upon another's heels, so fast they follow. Your sister drowned, Laertes. Drowned? Oh, where? There is a willow grows aslant, a brook that shows his hoar leaves in the glassy stream. There are fantastic garlands. Did she come of crow flowers, nettles, daisies, and long purpose? Our cold maids do that, men's fingers call them. There on the pendant boughs her coronet weeds clambering, to hang envious levers broke. When down her wetty trophies and herself in the weeping brook. Longed could not be till her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the door wretch from her melodious lay to muty death. Alas, then she's drowned, drowned, drowned. Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears. I have a speech of fire that fain would blaze, but that is surely posted. How much I had to do calm his rage. Now I fear I this will give it start again. In youth when I did love, methought it was very sweet. Has this fellow no feeling of his business, that he sings at grave making? Custom hath made it in him a prospect of easiness. That skull had a tongue in it, and could sing once. How the knave jaws it to the ground, as if 'twere king's jawbone that did the first murder. A pickaxe and a spade for an shrouding sheet. Oh, pit of clay, for to be made for such a guest to meet. A whoreson mad fellow it was. Whose do you think it was? He poured a flagon of Rhenish in my head once. The same skull, sir, was York's skull, the king's jester. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him, Oration, a fellow of infinite jest of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now how abhorred in my imagination it is, my gorge rises at it. Prithee, Oration, tell me one thing, dost thou think Alexander look up this fashion in the earth? In so. And smelt sopa, to what base use we may return Oration. But soft, soft, aside here comes the king. Lay here in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violate spring. I tell thee, a ministering angel shall my sister be when thou liest howling. What the fair, Ophelia? Sweet to the sweet. Farewell. I hope thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bright bed to have decked, sweet maid, and not have strewed thy grave. Who is he who grief bears such an emphasis, whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars, and makes them sound like wonder wounded hearers? This is Hamlet. Hamlet the Dane. The devil take thy soul. Thou prayest not well, I pray thee take the fingers from my throat. Pluck, though I'm not splenitive and rash, yet I have in me some thing dangerous, which let thy wisdom fear. Hold of thy hand, pluck them asunder. I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not, with all their quality of love, make up my sum. What wilt thou do for her? Hear you, sir. What is the reason you used me thus? I loved you ever. But it's not matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and dog will have his day. I pray thee, God, oration, wait upon him. Strain to your patient in your last night's speech. We'll put the matter to the present push. Good Gertrude, set some watch over your son. This grave shall have a living monument, and in honor of quiet shall we see, till then impatient our proceeding be. So much for this, sir. Now you shall seal the other. You do remember all the circumstances. Up from my cabin, my sea gun scarfed about me. In the dark, groped I to find out them. Had my desire fingered their packet, and in fine withdrew to mine own room again, making so bold to unseal their grand commission. Where I found an exact command, larded with many several sorts of reasons, importing their marks health and England's too. With such bugs and goblins in my life, that on the supervised, not leisure baited, no not to stay the grinding of the axe, my head should be struck off. I sat me down, devised a new commission, wrote in fair, an earnest conjuration from the king, as England was his faithful tributary, that on the view and knowing of these contents without debatement further, more or less, he should put the barriers to sudden death, not shriven time allowed. I had my father's sign in my purse, which was the motto of the Danish seal, folded the writ up in the form of others subscribed, gave it to the impression, placed safely the changeling never know, so Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go through it. Why, man, they did make love to this employment. They're not near my conscience. Why, what a king is this? Does it not thinks thee stand me now upon? He that hath killed my king, and whored my mother, and with such cozenage, it's not perfect conscience to quit him with his arm, and it's not to be damned to let this canker of our nature come in further evil. It must be shortly known to him from England what is the issues of the business there. It'll be short the entering is mine, but I'm sorry, good oration, that to Laertes I forgot myself. By the image of my cause, I see the portraiture of his, I'll court his favours, but sure the bravery of his grief did put me in a towering passion. Sweet lord, if your lordship were at leisure, I should impart a thing to you from his majesty. My lord, his majesty bade me signify to you he has laid a great wager on your head. Sir, he is newly come to court. Laertes believed me, an absolute gentleman. What imports the nomination of this gentleman? What is his weapon? You're not ignorant of what excellence there is, I mean, sir, for his weapon and his meat is unfellowed. Rapier and dagger, that's two of his weapons, but well, let the foils be brought, the gentleman willing. The king hold his purpose. I will win for him if I can. The law Whig runs away with the shield on his head. You will lose this wager, my lord. I do not think so. Since he went into France, I have been in continual practice. I shall win at the odds. If your mind is like anything, obey it. I will forestall their repair hither and say you are not fit. Not a whit. We defy augury, since no man has aught of what he lives. What is to live betimes let be. Come, Hamlet, come and take this hand from me. Give me your pardon, sir. I have done you wrong. but pardoned, as you are a gentleman. This presence knows, and you must needs have heard how I am punished with sore distraction. Sir, in this audience, let my disclaim from a general evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts. I am satisfied in nature, whose motive in this cause should steer me most to my revenge. I do receive your offered love like love, and will not wrong it. I embrace it freely, and will these brothers wake frankly play. Give us the files, come on. Come, one for me. I'll be your foil, Laertes. In my ignorance, your skill shall, like a star in the darkest night, stick fury off indeed. Set me the stubs of wine upon the table. If Hamlet give the first or second hit, or quit in answer of the third exchange, the king shall drink to Hamlet's better health. Come, begin, and you, the judge, bear a wary eye. One. No. Judgment. Stay, give me drink. Hamlet, this beer is thine, here's to thy health. Give him the cup. I'll play this bout first. Set it by a while. Another heat. What say you? A touch, I do confess. Our son shall win. Here, Hamlet, take my napkin, rub my brows. The queen caresses to your fortune, Hamlet. Good madame, Gertrude, do not drink. My lord, it is the poisoned cup, it's too late. My lord, I'll hit him now. I do not think it, and yet it is almost against my conscience. Come for the third, Laertes. You but dally. I pray you pass with your best valence. I am afeard you make a wanton of me. Say you so. Come on. Have at you now. Pardon them. They are incensed. Nay, come again. They bleed on both sides. How is it, my lord? How is it, lairds? Why, as a woodcock to mine own spring, Osric, I am justly killed with mine own treachery. How does the queen? The swoons to see them bleed. No, 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 the drink, oh my dear Hamlet, the drink, I am poisoned. Oh villainy, let the door be locked, treacheries, seek it out. It is here, Hamlet, Hamlet, thou art slain, no medicine in the world can do thee good. In thee there is not a half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unbait it and envenom it. The full practice hath turned itself on me. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. Die my mother's poison the king's to blame. The point envenomment too, then venom to thy work. Treason, treason! Oh, yet defend me, friends, I am but hurt. Hear thou insidious murderous Dane. Drink of this poison in thy union here. Follow my mother. He is justly served. It is a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death come not upon thee, nor thine on me. Heaven make thee free of it, I follow thee. Wretched queen, adieu. You that look pale and tremble at this chance, oh, I could tell you. But let it be Horatio. I am dead, thou livest. Report me and my cause aright to the unsatisfied. Never believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. Here's yet some liquor left. As thou'rt I man, give me the cup, let go. By heaven I'll have it. O good Horatian, what a wounded name shall leave behind me. And thou didst ever hold me in thy heart, absent thee from felicity, a while in this harsh word draw thy breath in pain to tell my story. What warlike noise is this? Young Fortinbras, with conquest come from Poland, to the ambassadors of England, give this warlike volley. The potent poison o'ercrowds my spirit. I cannot live to hear the news from England, but I do prophesy the election lights on Fortinbras. He has my dying voice. So tell him with the currents more or less which have solicited. The rest is silence. Now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and flights of angels sing thee to thy rest. Where is this sight? What is this you would see? If aught of woe or wonder sees your search, this query cries on havoc, O proud death! What feast is sword in thine eternal cell that those so many princes at a shot so bloodily have struck? The sight is dismal, and our affair from England come too late. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Where should we have our thanks? Not from his mouth had it the ability of life to thank you. He never gave commandment for their death. Give order that these bodies high on a stage be placed to the view, and let me speak to the yet unknowing world how these things came about. So shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and unnatural acts. Let us haste to hear it, and call it the noblest to the audience. For me, with sorrow I embrace my fortune. Of that I shall have also cause to speak, and from his mouth whose voice will draw on more. But let the same be presently performed, even while men's minds are wild. Let smart mischance and plots and errors happen. Let for captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage, for he was most likely, had he been put on, to have proved most royally. And for his passage the soldiers' music and the rites of war speak loudly for him. Take up the body such a sight as this becomes the field, but here shows much amiss, go by the soldiers shoot. End. Okay, thank you very much. Leave the like button, hit that like button below, leave a comment, and subscribe. Bye. And we could see that the language was completely ancient, and plus the book, I think it didn't add all of the details. I would pause and watch a video on YouTube explaining the story because just the comic book by itself, it was quite incomplete and hard to understand. And it's my first time getting to know the story. Bye.